Hello, this is First Code Academy, and for the sake of your course on Python programming, I'm going to take you on the few installations to set up your device for the class. As we all know, Python is a programming language and has packages that must be installed into your system or your personal system, your PC, for work. And the few installations I'm going to do is quite simple. It's something you can run by yourself if you have a good internet. So first of all, you're going to head on to your browser. If you are using Google Chrome, you can download in Google Chrome. But I'm going to use Microsoft Edge. Any browser that you're using can access that. So I'm going to install the Python package. So you're going to type Python and click search. It will search out Python for you, and you go head on straight to the download. In fact, go straight to the website, and then I'm going to take you around the website on how to install it. If you are using Google Chrome, the interface might be different. And even if you are using Microsoft Edge, your interface might be different because of your screen size. You can have a bigger screen size than what I'm using to record this video right now. Your interface is going to be different. And if you're using tablet or a smaller screen size than what I'm using right now, your interface is going to be different. So what you're going to do when you come to the website, you hover around the download and click Python. Python 3.12.1 is what you are installing. And when it's done downloading, you can head on to install. The next thing you're going to install, while that is installing in the background, is what we call the code editor. Code editor is like a playground where we write our codes. You take code editor like your notebook where you write your notes. So what you're writing in the note is the information, and then the notebook is a platform where you're documenting the information. So code editor is like that. It is the notebook we use to write our codes. So you're going to download it, and we have many code editors, but the one we're going to be using for the sake of this class is called the Visual Studio Code. It's popular and it is user-friendly, beginner-friendly as well. So we're going to be using that. So I'm going to say Visual Studio Code. If you type it immediately, it's going to pop up for you, or you type it direct, or you can type VS Code. Anyone is good. So you search VS Code, and then it's going to come to this place. You click on download immediately. Just like I say, your interface might be different, but follow the instructions, ensure you download. It's simple to download. So if you come here directly, you're going to see some installers here. We have the Windows installers and the MacBook installer. So you're going to select which one to install. As for me, I'm using Windows, so I'm going to head on to install Windows. But if you are using MacBook, then you head on to install MacBook. Let's say, for example, you are using Google Chrome to download your packages. Google Chrome helps you to identify or suggest which installer that suits your system. So if you're using Windows operating system, it's going to suggest for you installer for Windows operating system. So you can just head on to install Windows operating system. And if you're using MacBook, it's going to suggest MacBook installer for you. It's only MacBook installer you're going to see. You're not going to see all of this again. So because I'm using Windows operating system, I'm going to head on for Windows. If you click now, you're going to download immediately. So it's a thanks for downloading VS Code for Windows. So it will just pop up here, and the download is in seconds. Now let's head on to install the first one, which is the Python. what you need to do is to come here and double click it, or click it once. So first of all, you're going to accept the agreement. If you have time, you can read the terms and condition. Is one of the things you must take conscious of. Actually, read the terms and conditions so that you can not violate. But I'm going to accept the agreement right now. And first of all, you see what you're going to do. This add Python to path, ensure that it's ticked. It's ticked. Ensure that all of this is ticked, and ensure that this first one is also ticked. Okay, so and then you click next. You click install. It's going to run your installation, and that's all. Because I have the installation before, I'm going to cancel it. But for you, head on to install. All right. That is all about the VS Code or the Visual Studio Code editor installation. Now head on to install the second one right now, which is the Python. Click it, and Python package is going to do. So what I'm saying here, before you click this install now, ensure you add Python to path. So important. And you add use admin. If you don't click this, don't go ahead to install, because you're going to find issue whenever you are trying to run some Python files later in your class. All right, click install. So after the installation, you're going to start other installation of the dependencies that will aid you to get your system ready for the class. All right, it's installed successfully. So you can now head on to open our code editor right now. I don't need this. Cancel it. I clicked it 2 times. That is why. So we are done with this place. That's fine. Go to your home page. Go to your home page. You see Visual Studio Code installed there. So double click Visual Studio Code, and it will open for you. Bam. It's open for you. Well, this is not the first time I am running this, opening this. So you're going to have some bit differences. A lot of things are going to pop up for you here. But the most important thing you need to do is to accept the authorization. The authorization is going to be popped up for you. Accept it. Now, the next thing you're going to do is to go down to this place, which is the extension. Click the extension here, and we are going to head on to install some packages. First of all, we're going to install Python into our Visual Studio Code editor so that we can be able to interact with Python language. So I'm going to come here and search for Python. So Python is going to pop up like this. Yep. So I'm click install. But for me, I've installed it before. If not, you're going to see install something like this somewhere here. So click install. It's going to head on, and you wait patiently for the installation. And that's all. And you are ready for your class. Thank you so much. See you in class.